Hello, my average looking people / slightly below average looking people. I'm not making fun of you. I was that pretty much my whole life until not that long ago. I'm 31 now. Okay, so I grew up with people thinking I was very ugly. I even had girls talk shit about me in high school for no reason that I never had conversations with. Even in middle school, I had girls block me from a messaging app when I never talked to them before just cause they didn't like me for whatever fucking reason. They thought I was ugly. Yeah, that's the reason why. Because I was not blessed with the most amazing genetics growing up, I had to learn how to be better. I had to develop a better personality. I had to learn how to work out. I had to learn how to do a bunch of things, play guitar, sing. Because if I didn't, girls gave me no fucking chance because I was not Asian Brad Pitt. But when I was growing up that way, I looked at the fact that I was not the most handsome guy in the world as a detriment. I hated it. I was so jealous of other guys that were just naturally tall, handsome, in shape, got all the girls without doing shit, and it made me really not like myself. But now, moving forward ahead to today, where I'm 31, it's a motherfucking blessing. Because of that, it taught me how to be more resilient, okay? Let's get to the main points, all right? Okay. So going back to the main point of it forces you to be better, okay? I had to learn how to develop my confidence in speaking to everybody, not just girls, but guys, people in general, because I had massive social anxiety, right? So I had to practice that all the time because I was desperate to get better because I wasn't getting approached by girls. So I just got so sick of myself. I said, well, then I guess it's time for me to approach them. And by doing that, it made me get tougher. I learned how to deal with rejection, and it built more mental fortitude within me compared to a lot of my good-looking friends who were just always born just handsome, who just girls kind of come up to them. They're not that confident in themselves. Just because somebody's good-looking doesn't necessarily mean that they're truly confident. Okay? Because once you take away this shit, they're nobodies. And in fact, a lot of them are boring. But there is a difference between developing into your looks, like you were not that good looking growing up, and then when you got older, you learned how to work with your body, your clothes, style your hair, whatever the fuck it is, or the lack thereof. And that's a difference. But I know people, and I've dated people who were just always super hot their whole life, and they're bland. All right? They're really bland. It's like food, you know, like the presentation is very aesthetic, but when you take a bite, it's just, where's the salt? Where's the seasoning? Okay? But for me, I was always the hamburger that wasn't the best looking, but I learned how to season the meat, toast the bread, and then make it taste better. Personality will take you far. It'll take you far with friends. It'll make your life much more enjoyable. You'll be able to make more connections with people because you're more likable beyond just the fact that you're good looking. When you're too good looking, you have very shallow friendships because people want things from you, whether they want to fuck you secretly and then waiting for the opportune moment, or they just want to use you because typically really good-looking people are surrounded by other good-looking people, so you may be used for that reason. And even when you're around these really good-looking people, they get boring after a while. No matter how long you date them for, when you smash them, and then you get used to it, and then everybody adapts to other people. You hang out enough, you just kind of get used to it. At first, oh, so pretty, so handsome, whatever, and then, oh, okay. Then you adapt to the looks, and then all that's left is the personality, and you're just kind of like, moving on. So by having a better personality, people are more likely to stick with you and be around you for the right reasons. Another reason why it's good to be average looking. You develop more hobbies and you do a bunch of different activities because you're probably desperate to be around people and they're not just coming to you. Literally the only reason why I know how to play guitar and sing is because of the desperation for the lack of vajij. Nobody wanted to even give me their number or anything, all that. It sounds sad, but I love it. I like to play guitar. I love to sing. It's a part of me. But it was forced out of sad, dry desert desperation. That's the truth. And that's the reason why a lot of guys do things. If they deny that, they're a fucking liar. Okay, second main reason why it's good to be average looking. You know what it's like to be on the side of the spectrum where people don't... You're not just given things. Really good looking people growing up, they get chosen first by their classmates for sports. They get chosen by the girls or the guys, whatever, right? For Valentine's. When you're not that good looking growing up, you feel a lot of pain. I felt massive amounts of emotional pain because nobody gave me a chance. And like you heard earlier, people fucking blocked me for no goddamn reason. Just cause they just didn't like me. And because of that, you have more empathy. You understand how to connect to people because of that pain point. That is what unifies people. Pain. That's the common denominator for all human beings. We all go through pain. And yeah, sure, good looking people go through pain too. But when you're that good looking, there's only a certain amount of pain you go through that has to do with the way, just for being you. All right. Yeah, sure, some really good looking people get bullied because people are jealous, but more people get bullied because they're not good looking or ugly. All right. For just being born. And because of that, people that get bullied for those reasons and people that aren't just given things because of their looks, they truly understand what it means to feel really left out and judged for being them, right? Not even their personality, not even for saying anything, just immediately face value, you suck. And because I went through that growing up, I really empathize with people who are overweight trying to lose weight, or like really skinny people, because that was me, that are trying to gain weight and better themselves, right? Just a lot of, it doesn't matter. Disfigurements, whatever. And that's because I went through it. Now, I didn't go through every single thing such as being overweight, because that's not how my body is, but I can empathize with them because I understand what it feels like to be judged for just being in a body that isn't perfect. And generally, people that I know that are super, super good looking, like my ex-girlfriend, she was so judgmental to people. Like she said, one time there was an overweight person walking across the street, the crosswalk, and we were in my car, and then she was like, ugh, why are they alive? I was like, what are you talking about? It's like, fat people. They should all die. They're so disgusting. And I was like, what? I was like, are you fucking kidding? Like, really? I couldn't believe that came out of her mouth. And throughout the whole relationship, she just judged a lot of my friends, a lot of strangers based off their looks. Because she was so insecure about her looks, because even she kind of knew deep down inside this was everything. And yeah, you know, I can empathize with that a bit, but not the part where she's being mean to people, because that's not cool at all, right? I think when you're not, or at least you weren't the best looking and then maybe you developed into it, you still understand. So I think those people are the most empathetic, have a higher capacity for empathy than people that are just super, super gorgeous. Okay, now here's a third reason why it's good to be average looking. People are gonna like you, for the most part. They're gonna like you because, not just because you're just a really good looking person and that they're just judging you based off of that, but they are more likely to look at you for who you are, what you're into, the way you talk, whatever. You're interesting. A lot of super attractive people think they're funny and interesting because people just laugh and pay attention to what they say. But unfortunately, it's only because they're just really gorgeous. That's it, okay? Think about why there's so many bland, fucking beautiful people out there. They don't have to earn the attention. They don't have to learn how to really speak to maintain that attention, right? Because they're just good looking. You give it to them. Now, some of you probably like, oh, you're attractive shaming. I don't even know. I bet that's gonna turn into a fucking thing. But no, let's be fucking honest here. That's facts. And anybody that says otherwise, you're full of yourself. you're probably one of those really handsome or beautiful people out there, okay? So those are the reasons why I believe that, especially from personal experience, why being average looking / below average looking, growing up or even now, is a blessing. Because it makes everything look so much more beautiful. Now, of course, the looks and all that shit is subjective, but universally, or at least, okay, let's talk about America. There are certain aspects, certain qualities that people do find more attractive than others. So for me, I had to learn how to get into and grow into myself, love myself, and that's the other thing. I had to learn how to love myself for just being me and accept that this is life. I'm not gonna just get better looking out of nowhere one day unless I work towards that by building my body, learning how to wear clothes that fit me, working with my hair. Well, again, no hair. I just started doing this, and I like the way I look like this. People don't like it. I don't give a fuck. Fuck them. So I learned to really love myself for me, and because there's a bit of an entitlement feeling you get when you're too fucking good looking. You feel like you deserve more attention. You feel like you deserve this, that, because you grew up that way, right? So it is kind of a curse. It's a double-edged sword, and it's not really your fault. You were born that way. I totally get it. But this here is for my regular people, not you overly handsome, beautiful fucks. Okay, so fuck off. but yeah, it's a power. It forces you to be better when you are average. And by being average, you end up being above average. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. My name is Mike Kim. Let's kill 2021, baby. Ooh!